and welcome to the Talk to Me America show, where the world wants to know what you have to say. So call me when I tell you, and tell them like it is. You know, I can actually see better without these today. I'm having a weird day. I'm not feeling very well today, so if the more callers I get, the more you take over the show, the more I'm happy about it. I do have lots to show you, and we do have lots to talk about. And we definitely want to keep everybody on the same page with do not comply. And I'll talk about that in just a minute. And everything. Welcome to the show. I hope everyone had a great week. It is Thursday, once again. Time for another Talk to Me America show. I'm your hostess, DGddss, in case you didn't know that already. Thank you for clicking on my little acre of the internet today. I do appreciate y'all being here. Please make sure to shout me out, X me out, share. I actually didn't even get a chance to do that today. Like I say, I've been working probably for the last 2 hours, and the rest of the time I was nursing this migraine that I have. So, forgive me if I zone out like Mitch McConnell today. I'll try not to. But that's where you guys come in. Actually, the whole point of this is for you people to be talking, not me, actually. All right, let me shout out. It looks like everything is working properly, including sound. Welcome, everyone. I'm on Rumble, Kick, Odysee and YouTube tonight. I have had all of my hardware installed, just needs to be tweaked a little bit, and I know that Yvonne is busy, but I'll get with him eventually. He will be able to tell me how to tweak this just a tad bit more. In fact, I'm hoping that it doesn't do like it did last week. Sometimes when my browser sleeps, because I've got like 30 or 40 tabs up now. Sometimes when my browser decides to sleep, one of the pages decides to sleep, and I'm sure that that's a setting somewhere, everything goes black on my screen. So if I'm looking like, what the hell's going on, that's what's happening. It comes back eventually, and it doesn't stop the stream, but again, brand new hardware, still needs to be finishing tweaked as far as that goes. All right, so let me do my plugs real fast. 451 Actual, who is actually changing his show now to be what is it? No Prisoners. I forgot already. He just did his first show on that on Wednesday. PPP? I forget. Because I'm a blonde. Actually, like I say, Pastor Chatelet, my main moderator, Red Dawn Radio, The Drunken Rocky, which of course is right after my show, The White Pill Experience, or whatever the hell it is they're calling it now. You'll laugh, you'll cry, you'll shit yourself. And then everybody gets drunk and turns on questionable music. That's what I heard anyway. Raynoth, DJ Based, Kevin's Chaotic Coffee, America Floats, the Tom and Tweak show was something that we've been paying attention to for the last couple of days, weeks, months. It seems like that, doesn't it, Tweak? But Tweak's going to call in later and talk about Pure Blood TV and Pure Blood Media, so that'll be something interesting to listen to. I'll let him know when to call in. 2 minutes to midnight. Actually, I've heard all kinds of weird, wild travel stories, adventure stories between Tom Tweak, and I do believe Frog Springs was involved at one point. She was there in case they needed transportation and stuff like that. They were working on a vehicle up in Utah not too long, like this week, last week, whatever. All right, and of course, Magical Trevor, who went viral. Reverend Rant, who does the Boiling Point Live, some guy from Maine, and a guide, which seems to be growing more and more. In fact, when I pulled it up, I'm usually right here. Now it's that thing of ours, and you have to scroll down to see my show. Russian bot. All right, I'll call you guys out here on my chats and everything in a minute here. So let's see, Sauce and Effect. That just came on. That was on. Some guy from Maine is on. He's got Thursday Night Techno. Drunken Rants. Yeah, y'all guys are all in here. And, of course, this is a good way to find more purebloods, more things of interest. It's actually all kinds of different media. It's not just people blathering like me and like 451 Actual. You got music. You got reviews. You've got talk shows like mine, like I say. I'm not sure. I haven't actually had a chance to check out a lot of these. I think Atomic Annie is a music show. Coffee Talk with Sandra, I believe she also... I'm not sure. I've watched her a little bit. I don't get to watch all of these people myself. I'm usually busy doing my own thing here. But I believe she has a call-in talk show also, starting at 10 p.m. All the times on here are Eastern time, so just subtract hours as you go west. That's all I can... that's the only instruction I can think of, because otherwise it's too confusing. So, you start in the Eastern time, and as you go to each time zone west, just subtract an hour. On top of an hour each time. Alright? Progressively. There we go. That's the only progress I like. Alright, let's see who's on the chats here. Of course, Odysee is my main fan base, but we are trying to grow on other situations. And the thing about Rumble is that when I'm actually live on Rumble, I get maybe 6 or 7 people, but then I look at it a couple of days later and I've had 300 views. So thank you to all of you guys that view me after the live show. I do appreciate you being here, and please make sure to share. All right, Brad Allen, badass Brad Allen, Zero Die Loser, welcome, welcome, welcome to the show. We appreciate you being here. Shame on me. I'm going to talk about that here in a minute too. Let's see. Oma Ninja. Hey, yo. Sigh. And of course, Tweak. Tweak was first. That's the reason why I was able to tell you he's going to give us a call in a little while and tell us and talk more about their adventures. I'm dying to hear about first-hand adventures. I heard a lot of second-hand adventures. Russian bot. Ninjas are here. Yep. Oma Ninja. And I'm your ninja, right? I didn't see them. But they're probably still together. It is over. Somebody said they were together. Well, guess I get the silent treatment. Of course you don't. You gotta let me get there. Can't rush me today. And again, like I say, I'm literally nursing a migraine today, so forgive me if I turn into McConnell today. All right, we'll get started on here. Let's see. All right, I'll go over what I was going to go over with regards to today's topic, which is, of course, everybody's talking about the new restrictions that they're going to try and place on us just in time for the elections. How convenient. And of course, also too, just in time for the fact that we keep finding. It's almost like once you opened a little hole in the dam, it just keeps growing and growing and growing between the Biden laptop, and now there's emails, and now we know where the pseudonym P.O. Pete comes from. Something Peterson, one of his pseudonyms that and here's the weirdest part about it, is that they have all of these pseudonym letters and everything like that in the archives. You can actually go to the actual archives that they're claiming that Trump didn't do when they raided his plantation over there in Florida. But yeah. The archives actually had his pseudonym, emails, names, numbers, and all this other stuff, and nobody noticed? It's like, in fact, if I was anybody and you had to like check this stuff in, I'd be like, who the hell is that? Because, I mean, he's nowhere... The names that they've used for him are nowhere else to be seen. Nobody knows them. I mean, it's almost like that mayor that dropped out of the presidential race from Miami. What? When was he in there? He wasn't on the stage. But then I got an article, literally an article with regards to, oh, well, he's going to step down, but he's going to make sure that he stands up for the little guy and, you know, the basic bullshit that they always say when they lose. Russian bot. Tom Float's journey to the... Oh, wow. Did he get to meet Alex? I see you got Alex Stein 99 on there. Young Boyd. How's it going? Thank you for being here. Please don't forget to share this out. We want everyone to exercise their First Amendment rights. Don't just give it up without a fight. And that means just opening your mouth once in a while. You know, don't just sit there quiet about stuff. All right. Pure Blood TV. And, of course, don't forget that we have the TV guide, the news, the communities, who's on air at the time. Let's see, am I on air this time? Sauce and Effect, that thing we do. There I am. Oh, and, of course, as always, don't forget Dr. Natas. Dr. Natas and his wife. They only do an hour, and I'm not real sure what they do because they're on at the same time as I am, so I can't watch them. All right. Let's see. Yo, Skeletor. Welcome to the show. I do appreciate y'all being here tonight. Of course, you know, also too on Pure Blood TV, there's several different things on here that you can support some of our meme lords and et cetera, people that need help, including those that are being railroaded by the government. There's a guy from Texas, the guy down in Texas. Is he still in trouble? We haven't heard any follow-ups on that guy. That was the guy that they accused of shooting the refugee or whatever it is. When he shot up in the air, basically they probably, if they did a good autopsy on it, they probably found that guy was already dead. That old man didn't shoot him. You know how those mafioso types are. All right, you guys. I'm gonna open the phone lines. Where is it? There it is. So many tangs open. Like I said before, I've got like 30 or 40 tabs open now screens because I've got a new platform. I'm on Kick now, so make sure you follow me over there on Kick. Same as all the rest of them, ldghwih. There's 2 viewers over there at the moment. Thank you for being here. Appreciate it. We love our stalkers. No. Lurkers. There you go. I don't love my stalkers. Well, I do, but not like that. I guess if you will. All right. Phone lines are open. You can at any time talk about anything you want, but I'm going to start off with what they're trying to do to us yet again. Biden calls for additional funding to create new COVID vaccine, while he also says that he's going to have lockdowns again. They're going to do lockdowns again, and I'll go through a few of those because I actually have found some that are, and I've also found a lot that are not. He's not very loud here.
I signed off this morning on a proposal we have to present to the Congress.
All right, a phone call already. Greetings, you're on the air.
No, I'm not. I'm in my RV. It's not loud on me.
Tweak!
What's going on?
Everybody say hello to Tweak. Hello, Zom. Hello, Ranger.
Hello, everybody.
I look like a mob mama without my glasses. Yeah, actually, to be honest with you, today my glasses are not allowing me to see well. I'm seeing better without them today, so here you go. What you see is what you get. So go for it, Tweak. Tweak's calling us to talk about Pure Blood Media.
Well, I was just wondering what everybody was thinking, how we were doing. Honestly, I wanted to get everybody's opinions.
Oh, now, personally, I think you guys are doing fantastic considering everything that went on.
Oh, yeah. No worries. We can get the van's fine. That's not that's a sacrifice. That's not it.
Well, you got to start somewhere.
Yeah, that's not the issue. I'm not too worried about that. It was a good. It was worth it. The juice or the squeeze. Was it the juice was worth the squeeze? Is that what it is?
Mm-hmm. In this case, yeah. Actually, the networking that I actually was able to witness you all doing was outstanding and exactly what you needed. That's
recruiters. I was in the United States Army. That's what they taught recruiter. That's what they taught me to do. Just go in there and start networking and talking to people. So I just did what they taught me. So
right. Well, like I say, I listened to the one of the first people that you encountered. Gave you information on like some of the next ones where you could go to and who you could talk to, and didn't she even tell you that you like could call her if you needed more info and stuff?
Yeah, we got a lot of phone numbers out of that ordeal, to where we got our name and our card and our site pushed out by a lot of people close to that inner circle. So it was actually, I like it. It was pretty good, and I'm trying to stay humble about it. But I mean, it did a lot of good for all of you guys and everybody on that TV guide. That's all I'm trying to do, is push you guys out, so that way you guys can get your voices heard.
Oh, right.
Further,
Yeah, I was actually just about to ask you what your main goal was for that, other than getting a network started.
My main goal with the network is to push you guys' voice further and give you guys and amplify your message and get you out to different people, and then be able to bring in all of these other people that you guys are trying to talk to and whose message you guys are getting your news from, like General Flynn and Roseanne Barr and all these other comedians and stuff like that. The Alex Joneses, I want them to come on and say hi to you guys. I mean, the guy knew Salty Cracker. He said Salty Cracker. Hey, we all started from Salty. But now we've got some Salty Savages that are starting their own media company. So
Right.
We're going to get some people, and we're going to interview, and we're going to have you guys interview all these people. And, we're going to band together as a community and grow.
Yeah, that would be fantastic. I actually write on Roseanne's wall all the time. I like Roseanne. I've always loved Roseanne. She to me is the epitome of the domestic goddess. Remember, that's what she started out with, and that was always hilarious. But
I grew up watching her show.
She got really fucked by all the people that she put in those places, in those positions. I think the only person that she didn't give a good thing or a good position to was the guy, the man. He'd already had the guy that played her husband. I'm sorry, I'm having trouble with names today.
It was Dan, and there was oh man,
Dan Connor. Yeah, that's the only one that actually already had a name for himself when she started, and she put all these people in business and everything like that. I mean, and look at how far like David went, and look at how far Melissa Gilbert went, or excuse me, her sister, whatever her name was, Gilbert. I mean, look at how far all these other people went, and how many episodes and how much money they made off of her and everything like that. And she made one little mistake, and they all turned their back on her. I thought that was horrible.
Like Trump.
But I've noticed that she's rising again, and the rest of them are like kind of floundering now, which is the way it should be in that case. You
get what you fucking deserve.
I don't know if you heard that.
Well, no, I didn't.
Oh, okay. I'm sure that the show heard that, though. That's the Joker line.
Get what you fucking deserve.
Oh, no, I didn't.
Ranger says that Roseanne received a badass settlement, though.
Probably.
So good for her.
Yeah, it was her baby. She conceived that whole that show, didn't she?
Yeah. In fact, I think what happened is they gave her the show back because it was her show, and she went in and fired everybody.
Nice.
So I think that's what happened. It was a little while ago, so I'm not real sure. So I think Ranger posted it, or Skeletor. Somebody posted a picture. It looked like. Did you guys get to meet Alex Stein 99?
Yes, we did.
Oh, that's fucking awesome!
Yeah, I got to shake his hand, and then Tom got him to do a little bit of a stinger, and I got to have him give a shout out to Pure Blood Media. So it was pretty cool.
Oh, that rocks!
Yeah, I called him. I was like, "What's up? Is that a pimp on a blimp?"
That rocks. That rocks.
Too funny. He's actually really cool. Like you'd expect him in real life.
Oh yeah.
He just come up. He's real friendly.
I'm your
ninja.
It
was funny that he was at the Reawakening tour where they had spiritual things. It was a very nice place, and he's up there. He said the F, bro. He dropped the F bomb on stage, and I'm just like, oh man.
Doesn't he drop it occasionally? He's one of those ones where time and place, though. But I love his skits when he goes in and he trolls the school boards and the committees and stuff like that. We need more people like that. I would actually do that if I had more of a finance. He seems to be a little richer than the rest of us.
Yeah, he got some of that Alex Jones InfoWars money, right? I think that's right. Who's he?
I thought he was with who Steven Crowder used to be with. Blaze TV.
Blaze Media.
I do believe he's. I do believe he's on Blaze.
Yeah, that's not Alex Jones.
Let's see. Roseanne wins big. Jury says ABC owes her $208 million for stealing the Connors, and he's got a link there. Okay, yeah, I knew she had won something like that. Okay.
No.
So who else did you guys meet that we might know?
I don't know. Honestly, I'm kind of fried. I wanted to come back and sleep all day, but I had some stuff to take care of because we got back about 3 a.m. And
wow,
that's
today?
Probably one of the.
Today?
This morning.
Oh my God, that was a long ass trip.
Yeah, we got a van breakdown, and some things happened. So it took a little bit too longer than expected. Some tow trucks were supposed to show up that they broke down, and yeah.
I bet they were electric.
It was just some trying times. So, Bob was like, "Hey man, let's just try you out and see if you can take this." So whatever, we kept our cool. I gotta head back out to Colorado to go pick up the van after they fix it in the Ford shop. So.
Oh goodness. Okay, I see. Wow.
Small sacrifices.
Brad Allen. That's the name of my new merch company. Blaze Glenbeck. Is Blaze Glenbeck? Sparky. I believe so. I'm not sure.
Oh,
I boycotted Glenn Beck when he became a never Trumper, and I still don't trust him anymore. I feel sometimes that he's controlled opposition in some cases, just by as much as he hated Trump when all of that went on in 2016, because he was a good guy until then, and then he started in with really the hatred with him, and it was like, yeah, okay, Glenn, bye-bye. Yes, Sparky, no glasses tonight. I'm seeing better without them tonight. I don't know why.
I got to give a shout out to Brad Allen's nose ring. And wait for
I was gonna say, one thing I've always wanted to ask, because back in the 80s and 90s, when you put an earring in one or the other ear, it meant things. Like if it was in the left, you were straight, the right, you were gay, or something like that. Is that the same for the nose ring? Now I know the septum ring means you're a weirdo usually. But left and right, I always thought that the little dainty ones were pretty cool on the left or the right. I can't fathom the septum rings. In fact, if you come up to me and you're talking to me with a septum ring, I don't care how smart you are. That's all I'm going to be able to stare at. I'm sorry. I mean, you put something right there, it looks like you're snotting the whole time. Yes, I'm going to stare at it. I think every normal human being on the planet would.
Someone's got to ask Brad Allen if he's got his right or his left, because he's always in reverse or mirror. You never know.
He says, "Fuck your tweak."
we got to see if there's a little bit of sugar in his tank.
When does she?
Oh man!
Start sticking to walls. Okay, so
we'll get him on Rocky's show tonight.
I'm sorry.
I said we'll try to get him on Rocky's show tonight.
Brad Allen?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Maybe.
You guys are welcome on my show anytime. There's the phone number streaming below me there.
Well, I'm here.
Dork.
Yeah.
Who's a dork?
I'm going to get off here. I'm going to get off here and let somebody else call you and annoy you. I just wanted to say, thank you for what you do. And
appreciate it.
I'm hoping we could push you out more and get you more guests to call in and maybe some interviews.
Yeah,
so we'll
I would love that. I'll do interviews. I'll do phone calls. In fact, like I say, I wrote on Roseanne's Facebook wall when she posted this week and told her, call me. So, in fact, there was a couple of people said, oh, I bet she'd call you. Why don't you write to her and everything like that. So, I got some fans on Facebook. That's where I started, though.
Nice. Yeah, we got some. We rubbed some elbows with some people who know her, so we're gonna go ahead and try to reach out and get some. We're gonna reach out and try to do a lot of things for everybody. And
awesome sauce. Well, you say you appreciate what I
community.
do. I really, and I watched a lot of what went on, and I was checking back in last show and everything like that with you guys and everything like that. I really appreciate you going through all that hell just to get us out there. That is dedication.
It's teamwork.
Yeah.
It's teamwork. That was everybody back here who were willing to chip in a buck here or a buck there. So it's all you guys. I'm just the half retarded guy behind the wheel.
Takes all kinds. It does. We need everybody. That's the whole point. And I think God and Jesus tells us the same thing too. We need everybody. That's why they talk about the talents. Not everybody can do everything, but somebody can do something. And if we bring it all together, we should have a good community.
Right? Not everybody can be half retarded. It takes a special person to be half retarded. All right, I'm gonna stop bugging you and let you do your show.
Okay. Well, that's great. If anybody, like I say, this is the whole point, taking over my show for calling. That's what I actually want. So if you got anything else to say or talk to or message for anybody or whatever, please be my guest.
No, it's just all you streamers out there, man. We just want to push your message out, and you guys, all we want is to have you guys on your shows just push out that TV guide, because you guys do not understand how many people were impressed by that. When I'm behind the scenes, Tom's doing interviews, and I'm just showing them, I'm being the salesman for you guys. And I'm like, look, here, I can show you this. And I show them, these people, a TV guide, and every single one of their eyes shot open. And they're like, oh, yeah? And I'm like, yeah. And I'm talking about each one of you streamers. And I'm like, yeah, this person goes into this and this. And then I bring up it all. And all these people were like, oh, yeah, no, we really got to talk. So we got a lot of phone numbers. So I'm hoping we can push you guys out to where you guys will get more clicks, more fans, more subscribers, some stuff, whatever it is
more
you guys
funds.
want. Hey, more people to listen to the message.
Hey, you never know. One of us might actually get to interview Trump one day.
That's the goal by the end of the year.
Oh, that would be awesome.
I told everybody at that conference that I would sit there and pay for however many rounds of golf on his course, and just go slow and just let everybody pass me until he shows up. Yeah, no, go ahead. I'm just hurt knee, and then just wait till, oh, look, there he is. Hey, can I talk to you for 5 seconds?
Yeah, well, like I say, he calls into all like Fox News and OAN and all, or he used to. Why not call me, man?
Well, you see, that's why I wanted to pump Pure Blood Media into all the right circuits with these his inner circle of people, and we start getting Pure Blood Media, and they start looking into it and seeing all you savages telling the truth, and they're going to be like, you know what? Hey, we got. Listen. Every meeting that I've been in with so far of all these people, they're all these older guys and all these older ladies, and they're all trying to preach to the older generation, and nobody's reaching out to the younger generation. They keep talking about they want social influencers. And I literally just sold them 76. I was just like, here we go. I didn't sell, but, you know what I'm saying? Hey, here we go. Here's 76 right now. And we got plenty of people always looking to come on, and they're looking to push this stuff, this message. Hey, sit down with an interview with one of these guys. It's going to go somewhere. And then it's just going to keep catching and keep catching.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
yep,
I'm just
persistence and consistency is the two main factors in this. And, of course, it doesn't hurt to have somebody like you going around telling everybody about us.
Yeah, I'm that half-retarded person who'll beat his head against the wall to get the point across.
Well, let me know when you guys are close to me down here in Houston. I'll try to make one of those things or whatever. You know what I'm saying? In fact, I have a couple of things that I might be able to donate to you guys for camera-wise and stuff. I've got a stand that's you can attach to a boom and a camera remote control to take pictures and start your video with. I found them and I can't use them. So.
Nice. Well, we'll use it. Well, we'll take donations. Hey, I'm not above that. We got Ray.
Okay.
He's
Yeah,
glad- gladly will
I'll
one.
get on somebody's Jitsi and show y'all what it is and if anybody's even interested, because it's not much.
I'm going to be headed down that way some point in time because I'm going to meet up with 451, and we're going to go cover the Elon Musk rocket.
Oh, okay.
Little
Yeah, he
rocket
lives
ship.
about 4 or 5 hours away from me, though. But that's okay.
all right.
It
We'll come back by.
You never know. You never know if I've got a day off or a weekend off or something like that. My husband and I love to
Come
road
with
trip.
us. Yeah. You can come with us.
Yep.
Cover it with us.
We'll try. We'll do our very best. I would love to be out there more. It can't be too hot, though. Can't take
Right?
the heat.
No,
That's one of the reasons I appreciated you doing all of that, because I don't know if I'd have been able to handle all that heat.
Listen, Vegas isn't that bad for heat. I've been in worse places. Middle of Iraq was pretty terrible. But the traffic is absolutely the worst part of Vegas. It's just god-awful. I don't ever want to go back. Honestly, I don't.
To Vegas?
I'm too old to give a shit about all the fancy stuff and all the hookers because, like, there's a lot of hookers, for Christ's sake. But
Oh, yeah.
all that stuff and all that gambling, I'm good. And I've got enough money. I want to just keep it. I'm not trying to give it to them. Oh, wait, maybe I'll win the next hand. Now,
No. I work in a
favor.
casino
I'm
already. I'm not going to travel and play any. Yeah, no.
Yeah. Yeah, so, no. So I was just down there trying to experience and see what it was, and it was just god-awful. Traffic, road rage. I have never sat at a red light for 5 solid minutes until I went to Vegas, and I sat there for 5 solid minutes, and I'm sitting here looking at the time, and I'm like, what? They do this
Wow.
intentionally to give everybody heart attacks. To make people go insane, yeah. I'll
And
never go
personally,
back.
I think it's incompetence. They got the red lights around here in all the between the towns and everything like that. They're all different.
Yeah.
They're all different. So yeah, I think it's just incompetence, or something. I don't know.
What happens when you let morons run the show, and then all the morons just are stealing and sleeping? Yeah, that's how it works.
They have no thoughts of anyone else.
Nope. Anyway.
Of course, my mama
Right.
always said, you give a little man a little power, and then they think they're powerful. I've seen that before, too.
Yes, absolutely. And, oh, God, it's why I don't like certain people who love power. Those people are... Yeah, I've seen a lot of it in the military, and they get rank, and then they think they're hot shit.
Mm-hmm.
And they're just incompetent assholes. Like, you don't understand the first thing about leadership. You gotta do what I tell you to. That's not what being leader is about.
Oh, my favorite
I can
was...
tell you what to do.
Yeah, my favorite was always reminding me, I'm the boss here. Yeah, you're also an asshole, so, okay? Boss is just a word.
Honestly, now here's a story. I'd never really had a female commander until I got into recruiting. And she was this captain who was... Let's just say she was more of a college idiot. She was an alcoholic, and she was a flirt.
Oh,
and she
good
slept
Lord.
with quite a few of the soldiers that were underneath her command. This is recruiting, so
That's
this is not
against
what
the
she was supposed to do.
rules.
Yes, it is.
I got kicked out for not doing that.
I couldn't stand her because she thought she was smarter than everybody because she's an officer.
Yeah.
And she just talked down to all of us soldiers like we're all dumb. And it's just like, you know, we've read books before. Yeah. She got me in trouble because I told her to her face in front of everybody that was on the floor that day. I said, if you were on fire across the street, I wouldn't walk out there and piss you out. And then I got in trouble. So, I mean, I lost my cool with that lady. And that's just some minor things.
And a lot of these people do that shit on purpose just so that they can say, see how bad this person is? I mean, they'll push you for years and years and years, and when you finally explode, they'll point the finger. See, I told you that person was an asshole. I told you that person was bad. Nah, forget about everything that you've done.
That's why I like to tell everybody right up front, I am an asshole. Matt says also we doubled the news website monthly unique visitors.
Great.
All right. That's what I'm talking about.
That's
I'm pushing
fantastic.
for more.
Good
I want
job.
everybody to push. Hey, I want everybody to go ahead and, I mean, if you're on that TV guide, we're trying to help you. So share on the TV guide. Share the website for the news to your fans.
Yep.
And just
I talk about it on every show. I talk about it on every
Yeah.
show. Everybody needs to get out there and check it out. In fact, like I say, I've always found that it's a really, really, really good way to discover, like, if your favorite streamer's not on right now, you can go and look around and find another one and get some more favorite streamers. You know, if you get bored or whatever like that. And since we're growing so abundantly here, like I say, you used to be able to click on it and be able to see me right up on the top here. Now now you have to scroll down to see my show. But that just means that we're growing exponentially, which is exactly what we need to be doing and should be doing, and that's fantastic. Let's keep up the pace, or the race, or whatever you want to call it.
Are you on that Twatter? At Twatters?
X?
Twitter?
Yes. In fact,
X?
I've got like
You're on it?
20 or 30 pulled up right now with videos and stuff on it. Stuff I was going to cover. Yes, I'm on Twitter. LDGddss.
Do you do any of those Twitter spaces?
No, I don't pay for it. I don't pay to be the blue check or whatever like that, or anything like that. Put it this way: if we grow like you're helping us grow and everything like that, then eventually I will be. Yes.
Well, I was asking because I was wondering who all can join Twitter Spaces, because I had an idea about meeting with a bunch of you streamers. Depending on how many times, it depends. But having Twitter Spaces so everybody can sit there and we can all talk to each other, and everybody has an idea and we can share it and grow as a community.
Everybody, I'm going to say the one thing everyone has noticed today is the fact that I don't have my glasses on. I'm literally seeing better without them today. But just since you guys aren't used to it, here, some blue blockers. How about that? Is that better? Okay, let's see. Lizzie Longtoes, my famous friend, thank you so much for being here. Space Cowboy. Forgot it was Thursday. That's okay. No worries. Sergeant Tripod. I always like that. Mr. Tizo, Pure Blood Media. Yes. In fact, he always does. Make sure that you grab some of his little memes and GIFs and stuff like that, because he does some of the best cool GIF advertisement things. In fact, I'm wanting to incorporate my little telephone thingy in there, the one he did for me. I think I might switch that out with my warrior at the beginning of the show or something, just for a change. But yes, I actually can see without glasses. I don't actually have prescription glasses. I usually use readers or blue blockers. I don't really need glasses.
Me too.
But I literally, actually, with my readers today, I had them on, and I'm seeing better without them today. So yeah. All right, can we get over my glasses now? All right, so yeah, like he said, keep advertising for the Pure Blood TV, and I guess if you are a creator, you do videos or memes or show or something like that, who is it that he needs to, or that person would need to contact in order to be included on this? Other than,
okay, so
is it not me be? Is it only not me be, or is it you? Is it Rugaroo?
Matt's in here listening, so what I'd like to do is start another link on that page or something like that, to where the creators could contact us with either ideas or, hey, drop us an email to either me or Raynoth or
there's
not EB.
Oh, okay, I see on here. Contact editor Rugaroo, web div, not me be. You can reach us through the Pons or Element. Ask around, someone will find us. A contact form and or email address will be added at a later time. Okay, so not me be still working on that. I guess either Pastor Shadowley or not me be, Rugaroo, Raynoth,
There's our emails. You can contact us and send emails to us.
Okay, yeah.
If
I
you
guess
guys-
those will be added to the site later. I just hit the contact button on the site.
I'm gonna get some portion on the site on all the places that we're gonna end up going, like the Doral down in Florida. We're going for the Reawakening tour. So we're going to have it to where you guys will be able to look it up and see who's all there, or you guys can go look it up and see who's all there.
In October?
And then maybe you guys can send us an email and be like, hey, can you try to get me an interview with this guy? And then, bam, we can try to go, hey, while I'm there, why not? While I'm there and you want to talk to somebody, I'm going to be like, hey, listen, I got somebody who wants to do an interview with you.
Okay.
So I can give them you guys' contact info and be like, too easy, right?
Yeah, is that the one in October that you're talking about?
Yep.
Yeah? You know who's going to be there?
Who?
Tim Pool.
Oh.
Tim Pool's going to be there. In fact, he's doing a whole thing like we're going to be doing with his yeah. In fact, he said something about that they're going to do a meet and greet, and he's doing this with all of his like exclusive members for his site and everything like that. I just saw him announce that today. But it's $125 for a ticket just to go and see him and his crew or whatever, and do some live thing or whatever like that. And they're gonna be down there for that as well, I do believe.
And then that's him going to be able to get you into that show? Wow. No, we have media passes, so.
Well, yeah, no, I'm just talking about I'm just talking about how expensive it is to go into and do some of these media things. And of course, you know, he's not going to advertise, probably not for anybody else. He might because you know, alternative media. That's basically what he wants. I hear him talking about how much he hates the mainstream and the fact that how they lie all the time and everything like that too. And that's actually what he covers. Same thing as Salty, pretty much. Salty just has a different personality. So, but yeah, I just wanted to know, Tim Pool's going to be down there as well in October. So
should I just treat him like a normal person and just be like, "Hey, dude, you wanna?"
Yeah, of course. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
You wanna jump onto our TV guide?
He might not have a problem with that. In fact, he'll probably pay you for it. That man, talk about somebody that did the work and got out there and made himself a freaking millionaire.
Well,
and in fact, he was actually one of my inspirations for actually even thinking about doing anything online like this.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, here's my request and my if you guys want to thank me for what I do, go spread this and get clicks on our media site, because the more clicks we have, the more unique monthly clicks we have, the more we're getting seen. Mm-hmm. So that the more we get, the more we're worth, the more people have eyes on us. If we're getting 10,000 monthly unique visitors a month, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Somebody's going to be looking at that. And General Flynn's team, Donald Trump's team, all those people who need to get the message out to the young, they're going to be looking at that. And they're going to be like, okay, well, let's go talk to these people.
Right. Lady Rock Candy. Pim Tool coming off the fence would be good, to be honest with you. Well, there are a lot of things that he is off of the fence on. This trans thing is one of them. Right. Abortion is another. In fact, he doesn't. He's very, very, very against longer than the heartbeat. He believes in freedom of choice, but he doesn't. He absolutely does not think that this to before birth and all that other stuff and everything. He says that's fucking ridiculous. It's already alive. Why kill it? You know what I'm saying? He's not. I know a lot of people like his. Don't forget, he has to play to his audience too. That is actually something that people are looking for originality, things like that, and everything like that. But he does, and he'll admit it, that he plays to everyone. That's the only way to really make money. That's why you stay as neutral as you can. That's the way business is actually supposed to work.
Yeah. No, I get all that. Well, that's a good thing that My business isn't me. It's you guys and you guys' message. So I don't. You guys can say whatever you want to say.
So right,
Tim,
exactly,
I don't
exactly.
know. I'll try to get him off. I'll try to get him off a fence by pushing him.
Okay. Well, yeah, and of course, no, you never know. You just never know. Just a mention from him, even if he accidentally does it, could actually make us explode. I mean, you know.
Oh, I know.
Never disregard anybody in that aspect. As you know,
Oh.
That's why I say that's why you usually like to try and stay neutral, if you can.
If you get a chance to talk to Tom, even though Tom, it was an interesting time, but Tom was completely surprised at my ability to talk to people and get them to open up and everything like that. And I tried to explain it to him. Listen, man, I was a great recruiter. It was my job. They taught me how to talk to people and sell a lifestyle. So if I could sell a lifestyle to grown people, and yeah, I can sell this. And this is something I absolutely love and believe in. So I'm going to talk about it like I talk about the Constitution.
Sergeant. Oh, that actually makes something I can ask you guys, and this is actually something that in these events we will have to watch out for based on the history here. Sergeant Tripod says we can only do events here if we are ready to fist fight with Antifa, aka Feds, of course. Yes, they're the brown shirts of our time. Did you guys encounter anything like that?
Oh my God, I would have loved to, but beyond the point. No.
No.
What we encountered is, you know who Michael Yan is?
No.
You don't know who Michael Yan is?
Mm-mm.
Michael Yan is a reporter that he's an investigative journalist. He's down on the border, and he does the Darien Gap, and he's reporting on. He's done a lot of correspondence. You should read him. He's on Locals. Pretty good reporter. I was talking to him before Tom interviewed him, and I told him I'd like to go down and report on the border with him, and report on the Darien Gap if possible. And he's like, "Come on!" And then he texted me. He got my card and he texted me his phone number to make sure I got it. And then he said, "Keep in contact." And we've been text messaging back and forth. Been working on. He just got back to Florida, and I just got back here. So gonna see what goes on, and maybe next week or so take a trip down south and actually go online with you guys as you guys, all you guys, different guys stream and answer questions that you guys want to know, that your audience wants to know. You know what I mean?
Indeed. Let's see. No more tolerance. If someone is a faggot, call them a faggot. And Tim Pool is a faggot fence sitter. Well, not on everything, I'm your ninja. Not on everything. He really isn't. Like I say, I literally watched this man red pill himself. He went from being absolutely no guns to stay armed. He even advises people now to stay armed now that he's practiced and all that other stuff. He literally is trying really hard, instead of to complain about everything all the time and just be pointing everything out, to actually do something different and have different lifestyles, like going out, and he's got the chicken farm and all that. He bought, like I say, he is one of the few people I've ever seen get rich, use his money for good, and not just his own indulgences and looking down his nose at everybody. So there are some good things to be said about Tim Pool. Savage Sailor, welcome to the show. You can't trust those neutrals. You never know which side they're on. It depends on what you're on about, too. Like, when you're in a business and you're selling popcorn or something like that, you shouldn't be standing there talking about your latest vote or whatever. You know what I'm saying? You selling flowers, you're doing something like entertaining or anything like that, you should. That's what I mean by neutral. It's okay to have your own, principles, whatever else like that, everything like that, but it's usually not a good idea to try and incorporate them into something that you're trying to make a living on, unless it's this.
Yeah, I don't know. Anyway.
Yeah, so far, like I say, I don't know. You guys in the chat, he wanted, his first question was what you guys thought of how they were doing. I don't know how many of you followed the live feeds and all the things that were going on there, but what do you guys think of everything so far that they're working on for the Pure Blood TV, and people like me and 451 Actual and Pastor Chatelet, and you guys? What do you guys think? Sergeant Tripod says 07. Oh, limited access. Okay. Hey, limited access. They were saying hello to her. Give him a second, because there's a... Let's see. Bob, me, you, a baseball bat, and a walk. We can find some fun in a quick minute. Meet me at 9th and Southwest Market Street downtown. Are you in D.C.? Or, Portland? Actually, everybody has a Market Street. We have 2 of them in here, in Houston. Tweak and Tom did a good job, Sergeant Tripod says. Our community rocks, Badass Brad Allen says.
Yes, it does. I like how it came together. That was one of the things that really blew my mind. I said we're going to find out real quick if this community believes in Pure Blood Media. And you guys all came together quite nicely, and I was quite humbled. So,
Sergeant Tripod lives in Portland. I gotcha. So yeah, if you ever did anything like that in his area, you guys would have to have some kind of security, good security, or be ready to bust some heads. I guess, I don't know. I gotta tell you, these people do gang up on people, but I've noticed that a few times whenever somebody actually stands up to them, they back away. They back right away. They're cowards. They're bullies.
Yeah.
They're the epitome of bullies. In fact, I think that you know, when they attacked Andy No, I think that if he did kind of like a helicopter swing or something like that, get off me or whatever like that, they'd have backed off of him.
Probably.
I really do think that would have happened. It's more fun to it's more fun to make fun of the rich guy than to say, oh hell yeah, I like him. Tim Pool is not an NPC. I like him. He's been getting savage, but until he does an Audi channel, he's a simp. Well, he doesn't with his memberships, his sponsorships, and his, I think he's got a pretty personal relationship with YouTube as well. A lot of these, in fact, the other guy too, Liberal Hive Mind, they've been wanting to, but they don't see the profit in it yet. In fact, even Liberal Hive Man, yeah, man, he was so scared of losing his YouTube at that one point that that basically, well, him and Tim Pool both basically are real careful about it still. And of course, like I say, Tim Pool will tell you too, he's got somebody that he like a liaison right there from YouTube that all he has to do is call. He's got his own personal person there. So I would venture to say that it's a little bit easier for him to keep a handle on this stuff than the rest of us that have no clue. You read their TOS and it says one thing, and then you get knocked for something and it's nowhere to be seen, but they're just like, oh, well, it's on, and they won't tell you what it is. It's like, so, actually, Tim Pool is on Odysee. That's right, he is on Odysee. He is on Odysee now. In fact, I see his shorts here all the time.
Nice. Anyway, I'm taking off.
Okay.
Get back to your show.
Well, fantastic job, and yes, we do appreciate everything that you've done for us. Like I say, I watched what you guys went through and everything like that. I don't know if I'd have been able to keep my calm. Although, you know, you got to do what you got to do. I appreciate that too. You guys didn't give up. It wasn't just, oh, we're never going to get anywhere and throw your hands up. You did what had to be done. You got there. You got the names. You got the networking. You got more places to go. Everything, and everybody came together. I thought it was fucking awesome.
Charlie Mike, continue mission. That's what we do.
Yep.
And our little thing is we do it live. So it was all fun.
It was fun. It was a little upsetting, but I'm glad that so many people came together, and of course we have to thank Frog Springs too, right?
Yeah.
Didn't she come out and help y'all?
Real handy. Oh, you have no idea. Frog Springs is quite helpful.
Yeah. I'm not going to ask.
It was. She saved us. She said, 3 days in one spot, and then the Iron Springs The Iron Mountain hot
This is
springs.
Tweak, cowboy.
The Iron Mountain hot springs. They were just relaxing.
Oh, nice.
And she sprung for that. Sprung for that.
Nice,
Anyway.
nice. Well, thank you,
All
Frog
right.
Springs. Another one of our warriors. Like I say, if you can't do, we all can't do everything, but we all can do something. And if we put it all together, look what we got.
Wait, and I have to say to Russian Bot, listen, I was in the back seat, and she was getting excited, and then she would step on the gas pedal, and she'd be doing 105 miles an hour, and then she'd be bouncing around like Pong from inside the lane, from the right line to the left line, and I was just terrified. I was just like, if a deer comes out in the middle of nowhere, if anything just goes wrong, we are flipping and rolling, and I'm just like, oh my God, please slow down. Please slow down over about 80. Anyway, yeah, I was terrified. It was crazy. Anyway.
I know how you guys are about women drivers. I get it.
Maybe.
Okay.
All right. I'll see you later.
All right. God bless. Much love. Stay safe, and can't wait till the next one.
Right back at you.
All right. Thank you so much.
Bye.
Good night. All right. Big shout out to Tweak. Tweak the Soldier. Him and Tom did the Tweak and Tom show across the United States to get us, to get the Pure Blood TV into the mainstream, I guess you could say, to help get us out there, help get people watching us, clicking on us, calling us, and et cetera, and et cetera. All right, everybody. Appreciate y'all being here. Let's see if I missed anybody. Doesn't look like I've missed anybody so far. Salty Matt. Oh, Salty Matt Jameson and Bobby Digital. Thank you for being here. You're usually the... I know that Salty Matt is usually the morning crew. Space Cowboy, Limited Access, Sergeant Tripod. Yes, I've got everybody so far. If I missed you, just holler at me. Actually, Tweak is home now. He said he does have to go back to Colorado to get the van when they finish working on it. All right, and of course, don't forget Pure Blood TV and news media. Share it out, and I talk about it on all my shows. All right, we were talking about Biden, and of course, we know that he is now calling for a new, or funding for a new jab, which he says that he's going to try and make mandatory for everyone, whether you had the previous jabs or not. And of course, that was the show. Let's see if I'm missing anybody. Nobody chats me on any of the other channels yet. Mr. Tizo. Oh, he's over there on Kick with me too. Okay, let's see. Just walk up and act polite with my shirt pulled up enough. One white dude walking up to a group of licks. They know that they don't have to act up better than walking up on some real gangbangers. Yeah, well, you got to be careful. You just never, these days, you just never know what's going to trigger somebody. I mean, how many videos have we seen of what seem to be normal men and women that just, they get flicked or something happens and all of a sudden they just go kaboom! Start screaming and start yelling and, you know. Now, I know that some of these people, in fact, there's a video on here somewhere that I saw that these people are walking around in masks, and there's another guy next to him that doesn't have a mask on, and they're both screaming at him like they feel like they've got some power over this person. You have to obey. You look at these people who died and left you in charge. Not me. President P.O, yeah. That's why I say we now know with all of these synonyms and everything, which blows my mind, they're in the actual United States archives, and nobody has said anything about that. I don't know if they didn't notice or whatever. It seems like they had to have a request for the Information or whatever Act. But here he's basically saying that he wants funding for a new COVID-19 vaccine, etc., and etc., with the new status that they're bringing up. And of course, some people are now calling it the election infection. I mean, like I said before, how convenient. Thank God I live in Texas. New Texas law bans COVID mask vaccine shutdowns mandates, but some Republicans want more. Actually, this is only for state, anybody that works for the government, schools, things like that. However, that's not Some people are breaking this, and it doesn't actually go into effect until tomorrow morning. The bill recently signed by Governor Greg Abbott and set to take effect September 1 does not restrict pandemic rules for private entities. In other words, you go to a salon or a coffee shop or something like that, they can actually still enforce that if you want to. However, the best part about that is that not everyone's going to be doing that, and the ones that are going to be doing that here will probably get ratioed, go out of business. You know, the minute somebody screams at me and says, you got to wear a mask, I'm walking out the door. You don't want my money. Bye. You're doing this against the law. Hot Wheels doing things. Rock Candy, welcome. Cover up for criminals. Thank God I live in South Dakota. Yeah, a lot of it is. And we're finding out so much. Ever since the COVID-19 pandemic broke out in 2020, 451 Actual, welcome to the show.
Hey, what's going on? How you doing?
I'm doing fantastic. Well, I'm actually nursing a headache at the moment, but that's what you guys are for, to call and take over the show. What's up?
Well, not much. I was just calling in. So you're talking about the great state of Texas, so
yes,
we got to talk about we got to talk about all things Texas, you know.
Yeah. Well, when I saw this article, I thought, hallelujah.
Right. Yeah, and
I wasn't going to comply anyway, though.
So you're saying no, and everybody. It doesn't matter whether they pass this law or not. I mean, you've got people just openly coming out everywhere, from all skin colors, all walks of life, saying we do not give a shit what you say. We are not going back to lockdowns. We're not going back to masks. You can shove your mandate up your ass, like that kind of energy, and that's what we need, because for the longest time, we've just been saying, as long as you keep saying yes, the grift continues.
Right.
Once you say no, the grift ends. And people are saying no. I love it.
Like standing up to a bully. That's really and truly the only way to stop them.
Yep. Yep. And everybody sees it as like this excuse. And it's like, what's up with this weird timing? You know, it's like every election now, we're having this new crisis. Mm-hmm. And for me, I don't think it's going to be the COVID thing. It's going to be the climate thing this time. That's going to be their big push, I think, this time is climate lockdowns.
You already know what their mantra is, by any means necessary. That's one of the things I try and get through everybody's head. What do you think that means?
Right, yeah.
That means they'll stop.
They'll burn Maui down. Yeah, they'll melt kids in Maui to get their goal finished. That's what they're capable of.
Indeed. So you were actually a big, major part of a lot of this stuff that went on with the Pure Blood media and the networking and everything like that. How did you feel about all of that? You seem like you thought it was like really awesome and everything like that, but do you have anything to add?
I mean, with everything, I like to look at the first few iterations of something like that as just time to learn. You know what I mean? We all have things that we all can learn, and we learned what risks we got to mitigate next time, what we got to prepare for. And, you know, I learned a lot of this stuff in the military, and, you know, we have this system called composite risk management. You know what I'm talking about. Mm-hmm. Anytime you have any operation, you list all the things that could go wrong in your mind, and then all the things that you could do to mitigate the risk. And you weigh, okay, is this worth the risk or not? Can we do this operation or not? Is it going to be beneficial? And 9 times out of 10, it works flawlessly. And, you know, if you have, like, let's say we're taking another road trip and the team has to travel across the United States. Mm-hmm. If we have a network of people that are, like, in different zones, if something happens, you know what I mean, and we can at least get them somewhere for a night to figure out what's going on, that kind of mitigation where it's not like we're trying to find a place for these guys to stay or to park a broke down vehicle. You know what I mean? Like that kind of mitigation. So for me, that was the biggest one. Okay, like next time, let's slow down, make sure that we're good from not only getting there, but getting back. And, you know, from A to B and B back to A, and everybody's safe and sound. That's the first most core thing that we got to figure out. So it worked out, but I mean, this was rough for those guys. And
Yeah,
commend
well,
them for
I look
keeping it
like
together.
I say, I appreciated the commitment. You know, a lot of people wouldn't have gone that far. In fact, I would venture to say that even some of the mainstreamers wouldn't have taken that kind of dedication or anything like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So,
and they were representing all of us, and so I can't thank Tom and Tweak enough.
no,
you know
me
what I
neither,
mean?
for sure.
Yeah, and everybody for coming together, because it wasn't just them. It wasn't just Ray or me and Oomtown and MEB and like the core group of people that were in the Jitsi trying to coordinate and shit.
Mm-hmm.
But it was everybody, because it got to a point where this was taxing a lot of the money that had already been donated, trying to just keep these guys going.
Right.
And so we had to do another call out, like, hey, if you guys can help us out, help these guys get around. And everybody stepped up, and we all took care of them, and that was awesome. So
I got somebody
impressive.
chatting with me on. I got somebody that actually chatted me on Rumble, and they told a joke. You want to hear it?
Yeah, let's go.
M. Kriblist says, "How do you circumcise Zelensky? You kick Joe Biden in the jaw." I love it. That's terrible, but it's
That's great.
awesome.
That's great. Kick Joe Biden in the jaw.
Oh my goodness!
Man.
Oh my goodness! The man who
He doesn't stand for baloney.
Man. But yeah, no. So I'm excited for this going on in Texas. I know Greg Abbott hasn't always been the best ally for true conservatives, and he's in my mind making a huge miscalculation, sending people further into the interior of the United States. I'm glad it raised awareness to the crisis, because now you have Hochul and Adams and Biden all doing this circular blame game. Like they're trying to figure out who's supposed to be responsible for the migrants and where they're going to go. So, I mean, that part played out. But again, it's like now Adam's solution is, let's send these people into these red suburban areas.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And hey, everybody needs to give up their guest bedroom for an illegal alien, and everybody's like, no.
Yeah, that ain't
fuck
happening.
No. Yeah,
that ain't happening. In fact, that's one of the questions. If I ever get into something like that, and I ask that person, because I was watching some of the, the Black Republican Perspective. He was covering this today. Some of these protests up in New York about this have gotten violent. And I saw one girl up there screaming, refugees are welcome, refugees are welcome. My first question to people like that is, how many are you taking in?
Exactly. And then meanwhile, you've got, the main focus for New Yorkers right now is, are the pizza ovens in the restaurants creating too many greenhouse gases? So now all these fucking pizzerias that have been around for generations, like that's the focus. Like, let's make it more difficult for these businesses to do their thing with brick-fired ovens for New York City pizza. Like you're taking the core staple away from New York,
right?
And putting real Americans out of business and their employees out of a paycheck, and you're just handing these illegal aliens fancy hotel rooms and fucking meal after meal after meal. They got guaranteed electricity. They got guaranteed place to lay their head. They got, what I mean? And people in New York are losing their ass over it. So
yeah, well, they're not only complaining in New York. I hear that they're complaining in Chicago too.
Oh yeah.
But they've been pretty much the powers that be are pretty much trying to tell these people shut up and just deal with it. And it's like, I don't think so.
Yeah. So
after
when I
all we've been through, I don't know.
Yeah, exactly. And now you got these stories coming out like, oh, the FBI accidentally let this guy with ties to ISIS, let some guys from Uzbekistan just slip through their fingers. You know what I mean? Like
accidentally.
Like with all of the surveillance that you dickwads are capable of on, the American population, you sure seem to miss a lot of these, oopsie, there goes an ISIS terrorist or two. You know what I mean?
I guarantee it's not an accident. These people don't make mistakes like that.
Right. No, I'm being facetious, but yeah, it's crazy, man. So when I hear them complaining about there being like little blades in between these buoys, down the Rio Grande and shit. I'm like, you know what? You don't want to deal with the blades on the buoys? Don't get in the water.
Don't go.
Don't get in the water. And
yeah, that's the whole point.
That's my attitude.
That's the whole point of these blades. Although they're starting to saw through the wall now. Have you seen that?
Yeah. I saw that.
So,
and then Arizona has opened theirs up, and they say, oh, it's because, if we get a flash flood, it's going to knock the wall down if these giant pieces aren't open. I'm like, that thing is like 6 foot, 8 foot in the ground, like steel in the earth, and then it's that tall. I mean, the water that you need, the amount of force you would need to knock over a section of wall with a flash flood would be insane. I mean, you're talking like 30 foot of water.
Yeah, well,
I mean, you might get 10 or 12, but
the
not
Democrats
30.
always seem to have some excuse for something, even if
Right.
it's just pointing the finger and saying, "Oh, the other side's doing all of this shit, not us." When they're actually doing it, that's their mantra too. Do the thing and point the finger.
That's it. And then when there's no one else to blame but them, they just start blaming each other, like we're talking about with these 3 idiots in New York and DC. So, I mean, that's what we're going to continue to see. And
That's why nothing ever gets done.
One of the other things that I said was going to happen, I saw a news article that I talked about yesterday, where a lot of these mass lootings that we're seeing are actually Mexican cartel operations.
Oh yeah.
They've taken over the infrastructure of pre-existing criminals here in the United States. They've either bought them out or killed their competition, and now these people are going in. That's why you're seeing these videos like out of the Home Depot. That was like the latest one that's kind of going viral. These guys are just buying up power drills and just running out with boxes and boxes of power drills, and people are like, why are they getting so many? Well, they're turning around, they're selling them on Amazon, they're selling them on eBay, and they're fucking making a killing doing it.
It's
so
100% profit if they steal it. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
And then and here's the kicker to that. Do you remember during the lockdowns and stuff, people were buying up and stealing and all the essentials that everybody was needing them and everything like that, and then they were like gouging.
Right.
And
yep, exactly.
They stopped all of that. That was a no-no. But they can't catch any of these other people that are fencing this stuff on the internet. Come on.
Right.
Come on.
Yeah, they don't want to catch them. But anyway, I just hey man, let's go. Let's big BDE on the border, man, because I've had enough. And every time I see one of these bleeding heart sanctuary cities start complaining, it's bittersweet, because I'm like, okay, haha, you know what I mean? You kind of you brought this on yourself. You made this bed, now you lay in it. But at the same time, it's like those people are here. Those people are here, and they're going to be extremely hard to get out.
Yeah, well, it's okay
because
as
once
long as
Donald Trump comes in and raises his right hand, you know what I mean?
Right, exactly. Well, as I say, it's
gonna
okay
be like
when everybody else has to handle it. This is another thing I hate about these sheep, if you will. Oh, you need to be doing this, and you need to be doing that, and you need to be doing this. It's like, well, what are you doing? Making you aware of it. Well, fuck off.
Exactly. Yeah, Trump's going to be like a light turning on in the kitchen and all the cockroaches scattering. So it's going to be extremely hard to get these people back out of here. And I think Trump has the energy to do it, amongst all the other things that he's going to be doing. I mean, that mugshot, bro. I mean,
you're welcome, Gray Man. Hallie's on YouTube today, and she says, so far, I haven't heard anything from New York. You mean about the jabs and the mandates and stuff like that? Because I know that you're probably hearing about the protests and everything like that going on for the refugees. Man, what do we even call these people anymore? They're not. They're definitely not refugees. If you ask me.
Call them invaders.
Yeah. In fact, actually, the one thing that I did see, even though they're pointing fingers at each other, the mayor and the governor and everything of New York and everything like that, one thing that I did notice is that Hochul is actually petitioning Biden for more job permits for these people.
Exactly.
Do they even have the jobs to give them?
No. But they'll make something up. You know what I mean? They'll make something up, or they'll create. This is going to be another thing. They're going to take a page out of the book of Illinois and give these guys positions on the police force as like social workers or some kind of code enforcement for other illegal aliens. Just watch. Like, they're going to be able to police themselves. It's insane, dude.
Well, they're already hiring them or trying to hire them as cops in
Illinois.
Illinois?
Yeah.
Is it Illinois? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I read that somewhere too. God, so much information. I don't remember where it all comes from sometimes.
Right.
Thank you, Gray Man. Yes, we had a good conversation in the Jitsi the other day. Who is it? He's on here now. DJ Based. He has appropriated a server for us in the Jitsi.
Yes, I saw. Yeah, I went in there for the first time yesterday after my stream, actually, and hung out. It was awesome.
Hallie says there are still fanatics who walk around in masks, though, and she says they're giving away the housing to them. Meanwhile, so many of us can't afford apartments. Yes, I know. In fact, it's funny. I saw a meme about this. Is it true that a lot of these tenants or these people decided to vote for an increase for landlords or something like that?
I don't know.
And now they're surprised because the rent went up. It's like, we only voted it in for the landlords. How come our rent is going up? Well, duh.
Yeah, that shit rolls downhill.
It does.
Yeah. So anyway, Laura, I just thank you for taking my call and hosting such a badass show, and I hope your headache gets better soon.
Yeah, me too.
So,
I've been dealing with it since last night.
Ugh, that sucks.
Just
I'll be praying for you, friend.
Just pray that it's not my heart again. That's the
I will.
That's the only thing that really makes me nervous, is because that's one of the weirdest symptoms I had that I had no idea it had anything to do with my heart. So when I get a headache now, it's like, oh shit.
All right. Well, I will definitely keep you in my prayers. For a quick recovery, and I will see you around. Hopefully for Fun Friend Friday tomorrow. I'll see you later.
Yeah, you bet. I don't have to work until Saturday, so yeah. If I'm up early enough, I'll be there.
Awesome. Later.
Okay. Thanks for calling. That's 451 Actual, everyone. Thank you for calling. All right. Shout out to 451 Actual. He is on Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. I'm going to just say it for now, the Big Dick Energy Brigade. He's turning that into Take No Prisoners podcast or something like that. So, yeah. Stay tuned. Stay tuned. All right. Let's see. We were talking about Greg Abbott, and actually he's right. Greg Abbott hasn't been perfect, but then again, who is? You're never going to get a perfect person. And I don't think Jesus Christ would ever run for office. So so like I say, good news as far as that goes. We are not going to be subject to this federal thing that they want to put into effect again, which is good. However, 3 school districts have suspended in-person classes due to the COVID-19 and other. It says COVID-19 other illnesses. I'm not real sure what they mean by that. This is USA Today. 3 school districts in the country have canceled an in-person learning this week as local officials report drastic drops in student and teacher attendance attributed to COVID-19 and other illnesses. Okay, so I guess they have flu. Everything else has come back too. But, I don't remember schools closing down for people having the flu and all that other. In fact, I can remember when I was in grammar school, even, and junior high school, when a lot of people were sick and everything like that, and we had dwindled down classrooms. They didn't change anything for us. Let's see. What's her name? I always forget that YouTube is for more than cat videos and me telling Karens what dumb fucks they are. When you're okay with naked strangers dancing for children, but go apoplectic when adults pray to God, you're on the side of evil, and we are done pretending any different. Well, I never did pretend any different than that. But yes, another thing we are not complying with. Anyway, so far the two school districts in Kentucky announced in-person closures for this week. Actually, a good time for you to maybe possibly think about homeschooling. They're not going to open the schools anyway. Your children still need to learn. And I've always been of the impression, especially since you don't send your baby to school right away, that home is actually where children start learning things first and should always learn the basics as far as that goes. What's the other one? Lee County School District announced illness-related closures for Tuesday and Wednesday. McGuffin County Schools. I don't know where these are. Like I said, Kentucky, and it doesn't tell me where the other one is. It said 3 schools, and then it only told me 2. Oh, all right, Kentucky. Actually, isn't Kentucky red now? Or was it? I don't know. Shut down the planet. COVID is attacking. Yes. Nope. In fact, I saw. Excuse me. I saw a grid where actually the one country that did not shut down and everything like that had the least amount of problems. DJ Based. Mask your wife and bubble your kids. They infecting everybody out there. Yeah, actually, there's. I'm hoping. I was actually hoping to find a montage of all of the whacked out things that they did the first time, like the kids playing band in these little tent things or whatever like that, or the kids playing in band. They had gloves on, but they also had the mask on with the holes in them so that they could blow their horns and stuff. What? What? Oh, here's the third one. Runge Independent School District in southern Texas, which serves 195 students, announced a week-long closure due to the illness. Okay, so where is Runge Independent School District? It says southern Texas. It's got to be down by Brownsville area or something like that. And then, of course, I've also seen memes that say, well, when this gets bad enough to close the barters, we'll talk. Don't forget the phone lines are open. All right, here is who is this guy? Brian Harrison. Oh, man. What happened here? Oh, I see. Oh, okay. This is, I pulled up the hashtag do not comply on Twitter, or the platform formerly known as X. And actually, that was the last one that I seen on there. Let's see if I can find it. Yeah, there is a lot more posts since then. This guy right here. Brian Harrison, proud to lead the fight for medical freedom in Texas, states, and every elected Republican must resist Biden's new COVID tyranny. He says...
Hey, howdy folks, Brian Harrison here. Just got done taping a segment here.
Come on.
For national television talking about Joe Biden and what he's trying to do by bringing back this COVID tyranny to the United States. Coincidentally, of course, just in time for another election. Listen, states should be standing up to this, and I'm happy to share with you as the former chief of staff of the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services under President Trump, when we were trying to reopen America. Okay, we have got to fight the coalition that fought us then. They're still fighting us today. The Democrats, the far-left liberal media, and unfortunately even liberal establishment Republicans that are still protecting COVID vaccine mandates, including in the state of Texas. Look, you can't truly have freedom if you don't have medical freedom.
Amen.
So every governor, every elected Republican, from the highest office down to school board to city council, when Biden's CDC tries to bring back his COVID tyranny, you tell them to pound sand, and every elected Republican, you better be doing everything you can to fight this COVID tyranny. They fooled us once. We can't let them do it again. Protect medical freedom. Do the right thing. I'm happy to be leading the charge for that in the state of Texas, and I'm not going to stop fighting for medical freedom. God bless you. God bless Texas.
All right. So whoever this guy is, if you're in Texas, support him. Anybody that's not about locking us down and controlling the hell out of us, support them. All right. Let's see. Hallie says...
Hey, howdy folks, Brian here.
Stop. Hallie says, migraine, yes. I think so. Schools should be an extension of family and community, not isolated institutions. Correct. And of course, the Marxists have definitely taken over a lot of these schools, because I'm going to show you that here in a minute too. That there was a little white boy, unfortunate enough to encounter one of these idiots that thinks every flag in the Union has something to do with slavery and decided to kick him out of class. I'll show you that in a minute. I've got some things to say about that myself that I don't believe anyone else has said. This lady here, I don't know who she is. C. Anderson, some Euro person, but she's even saying that this was, well, come on. Work, damn you, work! Oh, of course. All right, there we go.
Democracy, the rule of law. They want to get rid of all of this. This whole COVID thing had never anything to do with public health. It never had anything to do with breaking waves. It always had to do with breaking people.
Yep, and it did.
In order to make us a part of a mindless, malleable mass, which they can totally control, and we will be completely dependent upon this globalitarian elite.
I don't know who that is, but she's exactly right about that. So whoever that is, support her. And then, of course, you got people like Tomi Lahren. This was good. Actually, it was I enjoyed this one thoroughly because read her mask if you can see it. This mask is as useless as our politicians, and now she is about to chop it in half. I don't know if that's ever the first statement, because usually she talks more than I do. But that's the first time I've ever seen her do a post without saying anything. And she didn't have to. Oh boy, Olbermann is trending in the United States right now. I wonder what his big mouth has to say. Oh, it looks like he's just fighting with Dom Luker and Leah Thomas. Leah Thomas ranked for... Maybe you want to reassess who really sucked at swimming. Keith Olbermann blasted after claiming Riley Gaines sucked at swimming. Yeah, he's... I don't know what happened to him. He's one of the first mainstreamers that just went bananas, and you see where he works now. He was a sportscaster, wasn't he? Now all of a sudden he's this deranged person that spits while he talks on camera. So, actually, sometimes when I see people's name on there and everything like that, I look just to see if they're not dead. All right, let's see. We go from there. We're talking about the... Oh, okay. This Steve Hanks is somebody that I follow on Facebook. I believe he's local here. But I like what he has to say here. And if you want to, us followers, if you want to know who were the rebels, I guess you could say, or the non-compliers, he lists off a bunch of them here.
Moses' mother did not comply. The midwives at that time did not comply. Neither did Daniel, neither did Shadrach, neither did Meshach, neither did Abednego. They did not comply. Neither did the midwives who were delivering the Israelite babies, and they were instructed to kill the males. They did not comply. Neither did the wise men who worshiped Jesus after his birth and instructed to send word back to the king. They did not comply. Neither did Peter nor the apostles. We must obey God rather than men. God gave you a mind and a spirit of your own. Seek and use wisdom and discernment in these days. Blind trust of unjust measures based on illicit promises from untrustworthy sources that profit from your obedience is not wise. You and your children were made for more than this. We will not comply with your mask mandates. We will not comply with your social distancing. We will not comply with your vaccine mandates. We will not comply.
Betsy Ball Clark actually penned those words. Like I say, Steve Hanks is actually a friend of mine down here. I think he's a musician too. So yes, lots of people coming out. We will not comply. I was going to say, it's one of those things like, Well, my daughter's going through something a little bit right now, too. She got some kind of shot, and it kind of made her a little sick and everything like that. But supposedly, from what they claim, the shot didn't work. So they got to do it again. And they told her this. Oh, yeah, the shot didn't work, so we need to try it again. Even she looked at him and said, shouldn't we try something else? Shouldn't, you know, so yeah, they don't care. They just want your money and to be able to experiment on you. We've actually become the experiments now. Salty Matt Jamieson, you're right. Jesus did not comply. Pastor Shadley, welcome to the show. You were late. Welcome, Ponders over there. Was out and about like 5 hours today, saw one masky masker. And you mocked them, right? I actually can't do that where I work, but I just look at them and shake my head. But I can't do that where I work. I'd get kicked out. All right, on to, we were talking about this thing with the schools now and everything like this. We have all heard about this young white male who was called out for his Gadsden flag. And of course, like I say, these teachers are not teachers anymore. I don't even, they're just Marxists. I don't believe that we are actually hiring teachers anymore. In fact, one of the things I read about not too long ago, the superintendent down here in Houston is now offering a starting salary of almost $90,000 a year for teachers. And still, nobody wants the job. I wonder why that is. I mean, how many mandates? Well, first of all, any smart teacher that actually wants to teach kids doesn't want anything to do with the union. Because the union ain't about nothing but more money for them. In fact, I remember back in the 90s and early noughts, the teachers, you'd meet a teacher and the only thing, they'd be like a robot. Oh, what's your goal? More money for the teachers, more money for the teachers, more money for the teachers, more money. That's all they would talk about. And it's like, well, do you deserve more money? I mean, yeah, teachers are great. And when I was growing up, teachers actually taught for the right reason. My dad was a teacher for a long time. They had to force him to quit or to retire after his third stroke. All right. So there are people out there that actually want to commit themselves to this and do this, but they can't, they don't want anything to do with the unions anymore because the unions aren't for anybody but the unions, the teachers unions. In fact, if I'm not mistaken, it's a federal union at that. They were the ones that wanted to keep all the schools closed down and take the teachers' jobs away from them all this time. Oh no, we can't go back to school. Oh no, we can't go back to school. And again, once again, a very good reason. They've handed it to you to start homeschooling or doing something else. Because not all schools were closed down back then. And I do know some people that were teaching their kids at home at that point. Paulie! Big Fat Paulie! How you doing, Big Fat Paulie? Welcome to the show. No beaning, Paulie. Not on my show, anyway. All right, we've all heard this, but I'm going to go through this because, like I say, there was a few things that I heard on here that absolutely nobody mentioned.
Oh, thank you. Do they know what the Gadsden flag is? That it's a historical flag?
So the reason that they do not want the flag, the reason we do not want the flag displayed is due to...
All right, first she says they, and then she says we on this. Notice the language that she uses. In fact, she uses the word we throughout the whole thing. She's literally trying to communize people. That's the way they talk to us. It's like, I'm a lot of times they'll talk to you and say we, like as if they're including you, like you are part of what they're saying. And it's like, oh, no. What's this we shit? I'm not a part of any of this stuff. So, but listen.
Its origins with slavery and slave trade.
Gadsden flag had zero zip nada to do with anything to do with slavery. It has to do with the American Revolution, when we didn't want them stepping on our necks over here like they were trying to do with the taxes and all of that. We were trying to get away from England. It had a zippo to do with slavery.
what was as the reasoning behind them not.
Well, it's a dumb reason, and it's not a proper reason.
Which is the Gadsden Club. Okay, so he
Look at the kid's face. Even he knows this is bullshit. He's like, oh my God, I can't believe this teacher, this grown-up, doesn't know this.
What's going to happen if he doesn't take it off?
He is able to go. I was actually just telling him, like, I was upset that he's missing so much school. I'm like,
yeah, she's upset that he's missing so much indoctrination. They don't want him out of the classroom. Oh man, I'm so sorry that you're missing so much of my indoctrination, but you can't have that flag in here. It's too distracting. Not to mention the fact that they kicked him out. They're going through all of this, everything like that. I can imagine what the other students now are wondering, or they're not concentrating on anything. So how much more of a distraction and a disruption did she do to classes than to just leave him the fuck alone?
So I asked him, can he just take his stuff out of his bag and go back to class? Like, I just want him to go back to class.
Yeah, carry everything in your arms like a dork. You can't have that backpack. Again, who is this person? Who died and left her in charge of this individuality? But they use the word we again because they're trying to communize everybody. Oh, we this, we that. Like as if you agree with them. Like they're including you in the conversation with them. No.
Can't go back. It's got the patch on it because we can't have that.
We,
so that's what I was trying to
we can't have that. We.
It has nothing to do with slavery. That's like the Revolutionary War patch that was displayed when they were fighting the British. Like that wasn't. That's the revolution. Maybe you're thinking of like the Confederate Confederate flag.
Okay, I am just here to.
Yeah, see, now she can't even get it out. She was presented with facts, and now she's like, you saw her neck veins go wee.
No, I am here to enforce the policy that was provided by the district, and
which is bullshit.
Definitely, you have every right to not agree with it. I mean,
absolutely says that.
Yeah, you have every right to not agree with it, but notice she doesn't give her any other options. Well, just because you don't agree with it doesn't mean you can't do anything about it. Ha!
He's allowed to wear that. If you like go on their website, it's like says in big letters.
All I'm saying is that
unless there's like a ban on patches,
her body language, she's trying to get in control.
You cannot display what you think or anything like that, or what cheer or anything like that. I think it's like one-sided, you know, because you allow some patches but not other patches.
Kids have patches like other names and like the American flag and backpacks.
Yeah, so why? You know why they singled this kid out? Look at him. Come on. They've been doing it. They're not hiding it anymore.
That was like flown during the revolution. Yeah, I understand.
And you can see the look on her face now too. I can't believe these people aren't just taking me for road. I can't believe these people aren't just listening to me and doing everything I tell them to do because I said, no, screw these people. You have zero right to tell this young man anything. He's not breaking any rules. And thankfully, the end of this story was that the council said, oh yeah, that flag's okay, no problem. He won this fight. So good for him. Let's keep it up. In fact, I hope he has 10 friends or more. And of course, this did go viral. So again, there's probably a lot of other people that are taking it into account and everything like that. But yeah, I noticed her language on this, and she started out with they, but then she went into with we, probably thinking that it would be more personal. Oh, she might listen better. But everything she said, we this, we. No, there is no we. You decided that you were going to single out this white male for your virtue signaling bullshit, and you lost. Thank God. So actually, put it this way, if I was this mom, this kid would be pulled out of school. I wouldn't tolerate this anymore. But yeah, notice she was so upset that he wasn't in class. Oh, I'm so sorry that you have to miss class for this. Hey, that's your fault, lady. Not his. All right, of course, everybody knows that I think everybody's heard of, and of course I'm sick to death of this fucker, but Dylan Mulberry Balls, because he's never ever gonna, he's not a woman. He's never gonna be a woman. He's not even going to get the surgery. He's an actor. So, but recently he made a streamy. I didn't even know that there was any kind of a award ceremony for that. While he was up there lecturing everybody about how what a victim he and all his people are, when I don't see that at all. They panned out into the audience, and nobody was buying his shit out in the audience. And my husband was watching it with me. And he says, you know what? That reminds me of something from my childhood. I said, oh yeah, what? If anybody, I was going to say, if Rougarous out there, or anybody from New Orleans that's a little bit older, they would know what the Pontchartrain Beach Park was. And the mascot was a really scary looking big ass clown with big teeth. So like I say, my husband was watching this with me, and he says, look for this. So I went and found it, and this is the meme I came up for my husband. It's supposed to be on the other side. Yeah, that's the meme I came up with. This is what he reminds him of. That's my husband. My husband came up with this particular meme here. You guys can use it. I didn't put any words or anything to it. I couldn't think of any kind of a caption. Just the two pictures together actually just do it for me. But then you got this fool, his little brother, I guess. I am so tired of being lectured by these dudes. I am. I really am. Listen to this bullshit.
Because I said that being a cis woman was a privilege, and they were like, what the f*** is wrong with you? Being a woman is not a privilege. That's true. Being born a woman in a patriarchy is not a privilege. You are absolutely oppressed by being a woman, and no one's denying you that.
Okay, my question also, too, to these people is, if that's the case, why do you want to be one so bad? All right? No. I think it's they want to be one so bad so that they can lecture us. Because we are oppressed. They know we are oppressed, and they can oppress us more.
The privilege is to be born cisgender. The privilege is to
shut
identify
up.
with...
That's not a privilege. That's normal. That's the way it works. In fact, listen to what he says.
What you were assigned at birth, because the world is built to accept you.
The world is built to accept you. No shit. No shit. That's called normal, asshole. You're not the one, the world's not built to fit you because you're doing something that's completely out of the norm. But yet they expect to change everybody. Not happening. Another clown.
You don't have the same barriers to healthcare, housing, social acceptance, pay grades that transgender people do.
I wonder why. It's because we, A, have to tiptoe around you people like your eggshells, and 2, you have to have all kinds of special everything for that. You're specialized. This is what I look at. You're specialized. All right? You want to be like everybody else? Go back to being normal. You don't want all of this pain, all this other... Go back to being normal. Either that or leave people alone. Again, I'm so tired of being lectured by these people. And who died and left him in charge of whether or not I'm privileged or not? Because I was born proper. And I live my proper life. The way the world was meant to accept me. Ugh. Okay, now my head is pounding. Alright, bad news. Of course, everybody did all kinds of icks on this one. Joe the plumber, famously known for confronting Obama over taxes, dies at 49. Pancreatic cancer. Gee. So, just part of the news. Like I say, Joe Wurzelbacher, otherwise known as Joe the plumber, passed away at age 49 from pancreatic cancer, a source confirmed to the Daily Caller. He became well known during the 2008 presidential campaign after confronting former President Barack Obama about whether or not his tax plan would end up costing him more. Was diagnosed with pancreatic cancer in early 2023. Dang. He was going like that, wasn't he? Don't worry. The statistics say he has a 42% chance of a suddenly. That's funny. Thank you, Paulie. You get one of these. Let me see if I can find it. There it is. Thank you for the donation, Paulie. Big Fat Paulie. He says, what's the hardest part of a fruit to eat? The anal beads. Wow.
He doesn't stand for baloney.
That's hilarious. Thank you for the jokes, you guys, today. I needed to laugh. That always helps. Let's see. Anyway, the comments on this were all, oh, I think he's the hero who fought for us, God bless. But then there was also some that say that he wasn't really a plumber and he was just a plant, and you know, the usual bullshit from the other side. Okay, what do I got next? Did the review on the kid. Oh goodness, we've only got about 10 minutes left in the show. Oh, okay. One of the things I really wanted to show you about some of this stuff. Of course, you know, the mugshot that was heard around the world. I was going to show you some of the people that they're scared of losing on that side. In fact, Joy Reid, Joy Reid even got on there and said some shit that we're stealing black people's votes now. I personally don't think she actually talks to any of these people, because I think they would tell her, just like they telling Biden and everybody else, to fuck off. Some boomer gave you shit for buying a pack of cigarettes yesterday. Sent that OLED packing. Really? This is another thing that I have a problem with a lot of this. And I think that this is one of the reasons why they keep saying, well, no privacy, no privacy. They're trying to get you used to other people being in your fucking business all the time. Not to mention the fact that, again, you give a little man a little bit of power, or you give them some kind of a thing that they think that they can lord over somebody else, they're gonna. I've seen it plenty of times. In fact, I did a video on that one guy that stood there like he was one of the body snatchers, the guy in the body snatchers with the pointing of the finger. Remember that guy? Following a woman around a store for 10 minutes? Thought to myself, this person has no value whatsoever. How? Not to mention the fact that I didn't see him do that to any of the men. So again, a coward. If you remember that guy, I don't remember where he was. California, might not have even been California. Might have been Florida. I don't remember. I'd have to look it up. It's in my video somewhere. But yeah, that's the first thing that pissed me off. It wasn't so much the talking about his doctor wife and all that other stuff. The fact that he had the nerve and the I don't even know what you call it. The creepiness, I guess, to literally follow a woman around a store for 10 minutes before he started bitching about her mask or whatever it was. That is the problem I had with that. The biggest problem I had with that. That's, no, unacceptable. Unacceptable. In fact, like I said before, I wouldn't have even sat there and argued with him. I'd have warned him once. I'm filming you now. If you do not step away from me within 2 minutes, I'm going to start screaming rape. I don't want these motherfuckers around me. I don't care what their logics are. I don't care what they've got to say. Some strange dude trying to fucking molest me like that, I'm screaming rape. I don't care. This is how you fix this shit. Don't sit there and try and reason with them or talk to them and all. No, that shit's over. That shit is over. All right, showing you the people for Trump. Of course, the mugshot that was heard around the world. You got Arabs for Trump. I recognize this guy here, blacks for Trump. This was the street that he went down of the day of the indictment. this is the neighborhood. They're all hollering free Trump and yay, that must be Trump and everything like that. This is not I don't believe that this is the reaction that they were expecting. But then again, I've said it for how long? In fact, even one of these people got up and said something to the effect that, you invite these gangsters into the White House and you perpetrate that particular lifestyle on them, and then you expect them to hate a criminal. It just doesn't work that way. Love this guy. Love this guy.
When are you guys gonna learn? The more you indict, the more we unite. Facts. It's Trump 2024. We don't care. You heard me? We already made our mind up. You already know when the hood got your back. Man, they deep in the hood. Gangsters hollering about Trump 2024. You heard me? Whoop, whoop. Wah. Gangsters. The hood got this man back. I'm just trying to tell you. You heard me? And we ain't stupid, man. American people, man. We ain't all them talking about lockdowns and back wearing the mask and all that. You know, they got a new virus coming and it's gonna be, man, nobody don't care. Ain't fooling nobody no more with none of that. You know, new jack, man, nobody being fooled no more. We all the way up. You heard me? It's Trump 2024. That's what it's gonna be, cause we ain't having nothing else.
Love that guy. Here's another one.
I'm telling you, listen, let me tell you something. Any of my friends, any of my family, if I see y'all motherfuckers voting for Joe Biden, we gonna have to square up. I don't give a fuck who you is. From male, female, child, we gonna have to square the fuck up. Like, this motherfucker really gave Maui $700. $700. U.S. citizens. $700 fucking dollars.
Rocky.
Woo-woo. But you gonna send billions of dollars to motherfuckers that don't even, that's not even American citizens, bro? Like, are you serious?
Yes.
The fuck is $700 gonna do?
Same thing that $600 did.
Yo, they have no home, bro. Yo, like, this shit made me mad, bro. Seriously. If y'all vote Democrat this year, we gonna have to square the fuck up. Seriously. Like, that's on everything. That's on everything. We gonna have to square the fuck up. I'm telling you, listen.
Amazing the amount of people that are seeing this. Here's another one that I really like.
This indictment is causing black people to support Donald Trump more. They had a video of Trump going down to be indicted in Atlanta, and there was neighborhoods of African Americans cheering for Trump because they understand how they have been done by the system. They understand that their people have been attacked by the system for generations. So they see this attack on Trump, and they...
You know what I see about this too? I've seen a couple of people mention this thing about, oh man, the black people have seen how much that they've done to the black man in all this time, and now they're seeing it doing to Trump and everything like that. Sounds to me like CRT is backfiring now too in this situation. I mean, think about it. They have this attitude still that they're the ones that are always getting screwed by the system and everything like that. That's the CRT that they've always been talking about and everything like that. Now that they see Trump doing it, that's why I say CRT's backfiring on them in this aspect as well. That was something I saw about all of this. Let's see. Bobby Digital. Dear FBI, CIA, NSA, and the rest of the GLOW agents mourning this chat, you're running out of time to repent and work from within. We are winning, and the collapse of your tyrannical grip over us is underway. Put down the cock and blow a whistle. That's funny. I like that. All right, these are two people I wanted to show you. This is a civil rights activist. You're gonna love this.
Some say he's racist and tweets like a kid while overlooking all the good shit that he did. I ain't ashamed of my president a little bit. I'd rather have an alpha male than a little bitch.
That's right. I know that's right. Okay, where's the other one? There's two of these. There's another civil rights leader here. Civil rights. Where in the hell did that go? I thought I had them together. Ah, here's the other one. Now this is a civil rights lawyer.
We, the people, is how the Constitution starts. A magistrate is a person that operates under authority. They have power. There are higher magistrates and there are lesser magistrates. The founding fathers of this country understood that there's going to come a point in time where the federal government will need to be checked. If not, they will become tyrants. And that is what's happening now. So, the Declaration of Independence says that everyone, by virtue of being a human being, has the right to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. The federal government, too, the federal government, their purpose is to protect the rights of those citizens, the rights of us to our life, liberty, and pursuit of happiness. The third point of that document is if they fail to protect its citizens and enforce those rights, the citizens have a right to revolt. Do you understand? We have a right to resist.
It's in the Constitution.
And we have an obligation and a duty to do so. Do you understand?
Yeah.
You understand when it says a duty to step between a tyrannical government and its laws? They are coming for our children. We cannot sit down.
No.
Every great leader knows, every one of them, even the bad ones know, that if you want to affect the country, you go for its children. When in the world do we start using children as bulletproof vests for us?
Yeah.
When in the world do we start testing things on children?
Legal shield.
It comes to us first. And when you come for our children, you have started a war. And they have declared war. And we are answering to that war. We are magistrates. And I need you, each one, reach one, and teach one. Do you understand? As a magistrate in this country, the United States government, our local leaders have to answer to us. The 9th Amendment says that any rights that are not enumerated in the Constitution are reserved for the people.
The people.
I don't want to hear that mandates are not enumerated in the Constitution. Because for the fact that it's not enumerated means that that authority and those rights go to us. Every one of these mandates are illegal. Every single one.
Hey, Tweak, if you're listening, I'd love to interview this lady.
Under that 14th Amendment, due process and right to equal protection is the right to protect my body. When you want to push something into my body against my consent, without my consent, it is rape. And this is medical rape.
Oh, yeah. I was going to say, now, and you see, all of these people that I've shown you, this is what they're afraid of. This is what they're afraid of. This is the reason why they try to keep their schools so bad. This is the reason why they try to keep them on these plantations. They try to keep them in these inner cities, shooting each other. They don't talk about it. They don't help them. Any of this stuff. So I understand. I completely understand. And I'm glad that they're standing up because I'm right with them. She was not wrong in any of that thing. In any of what she just said there. And the one thing that we have to remember, one thing that we should remember, okay, Declaration of Independence and Bill of Rights and all that, that's on pieces of paper. It's a contract. But contracts are only as good as if they are enforced. Which, like she says, we need to start enforcing it. And it's in the Constitution. It's our right and our duty to do so. All right. Let's see. Sorry. This is what happens when they don't have cops anymore. This is what's going to start happening.
Like the last video. I need like a good video of that.
Oh! Go and mess with somebody's girlfriend. That's the way it should happen. In fact, he's probably going to get lucky tonight. Here's another one. Like I say, this is the kind of thing that this is my more of this segment real quick. I know I don't have that much more time left and everything like that. This is my more of this segment. But this is the kind of thing, when we realize that the cops aren't coming, this is the thing. This is the kind of things that start happening. You criminals out there better watch out.
Secure the door. Get the door away. All right, you're going to leave right now. Do you understand me? Do you understand me? You are leaving this store right fucking now. Right? Or you're going to gently let you up.
There you go. Right by the bell. Fuck that guy.
I think that was Guitar Center. Now, I'm not real sure why they kicked him out of there. Might have been playing Stairway to Heaven too much or something like that, although he didn't look like that type. Here's another one. This person decided to try and smash one of the clerks.
Oh. Damn, boy.
Play with the bull, you're gonna get the horns. Every single alphabet agency is an infringement on the 10th Amendment rights of all Americans, except the aliens, a newly created class of GMO non-humans. Looks like it blicks America and poor white trash left and lots of engines. Yep. All right. I think Rocky showed you guys this one last week, and I actually didn't show it to you. It was left over from last week that I didn't have time to show you, but this was another one. Messing with somebody's chick. Took on two of them for his lady. Another man that's going to get lucky tonight. All right. Here is a exercise in stupidity, but he
Get what you fucking deserve.
No sound on this one. Messed with that gate and it ate him. And once again,
Get what you fucking deserve.
all right, something funny real quick. I thought this was hilarious, but it's also indicative of what might possibly be happening. This is actually a 5-year-old commercial, but you'll get it.
Well, we did it. We sealed the bad out and the good in. Take a second and look around you. Go ahead. We have everything we've always wanted. We'll want
Chris
for nothing.
Elliott.
Excuse me. I really love it here.
Thank you.
We have all these beautiful avocados from Mexico, but where are the chips?
I'm sorry?
The chips are outside.
Why are they out?
The chips are outside.
I want a Chris Elliott autograph.
Wait! Please, avocados taste great on lots of things. See? Avocado toast. We can still make this work.
Oh, Wi-Fi's down.
No.
Avocados from Mexico.
Now that's like I say, that's a commercial for avocados, but I think they got it kind of right there. All right. I don't know why this guy did this. I don't know why. Real stupid.
Да не, уже хорош,
Jumps into a nasty old oil pit.
Вытирай, блядь, быстрее.
The Russians are nuts anyway.
нихуя не вижу, быстрее! Не открывай. Не открывай, не открывай.
Быстрее, Дэв!
Ближе подскочи.
Gross, it won't come off. And now, I was going to say, now are they going to accuse him of blackface? All right, this was cute. Some cuteness overload before we go. Anybody done this to their little girl or a kid or grandkid?
You going up?
Oops, I have to stop it for a minute. Sorry about that, Ranger. Thanks so much for the donation. You get one of these. Appreciate that. CDC accidentally admits that masks are totally useless. Cloth masks that are used to slow down the spread of COVID-19 offer little protection against wildfire smoke. They do not catch small particles found in wildfire smoke that can harm your health. Limit your time outside when it's smoky. Learn how you can protect yourself from wildfire smoke. How about stop starting wildfires so you can steal people's lands? How about that? How about that? So, yes, thank you so much for the donation. That's how you can donate to me. I didn't actually mention it earlier, but you can donate to me. Super Chats on Odysee. I also have the monthly on Ko-Fi and a monthly on Odysee. YouTube. Nah, YouTube hasn't done jack for me. PayPal, Ko-Fi, and of course, I'm also on Rumble, and I'm not real sure how to do it over there on Kick yet. I think it's like buttons and gold and pills and stuff like that. So, and of course, if I can ever get a hold of Yvonne, I'll get things tweaked out enough to where I can add pilled, which I'm waiting to do. I can't wait to do. So far, everything's working so far, and with all the new equipment and everything. Zoot Suit! Wow, she's got it going on. Preach sister, I'm not black, but black's for Trump. Yeah, oh yeah. In fact, they actually call themselves the N-word for Trump, too. It's kind of neat. I like it. All right, message from my weekly message from Marmari. I actually had another one, but I couldn't find it this week. I'll find it for next week, hopefully.
I'm praying for their conversion before it's too late. Let Mr. Anthony Fauci, one of the biggest liars the world will ever come to know and to see. But he's just a puppet. There is much greater and much bigger liars behind the scenes, moving Anthony, Bill Gates, Soros, and Schwab, and the likes of them. I'm praying for their conversion before it's too late. Let me tell the whole world, not just these puppets, the whole world. Let me tell you, my dear friend, no matter how advanced you have in that technology field, no matter how advanced you are in the scientific, medical, military, let me tell you, you will never, ever be able to stop death, because there is one in heaven called the Almighty God, creator of everything and everyone, visible and invisible. He is the source of that life. He is the only one who gives life and the only one who takes it. It is at his call life comes into existence, and it is also at his call life is taken from this realm. His name is Jesus Christ of Nazareth, the love and the crown of my head. So you can sing to your Satan. Step on him. I will step on your Satan in Jesus' mighty name. What has the world become? Mr. Anthony.
Okay. All right, guys, that's about it for me for this week. Thanks for being here. Thanks for the phone calls. Thanks for the donations and the comments and everything else, and being here and everything like that. Oh, thank you, bad number 9. You get one of these for the donation. Sometimes that button doesn't want to work. Okay. Say something bad about this. Actually, whatever that is, I can't see it. Somebody write something else and scroll that up. The salt? Say that. My chat's not working properly. It said, okay, he sent me some salt. Thank you, bad number 9. I appreciate that. All right. Once again, like I say, that's about it for me. Don't forget to make sure to check out the Pure Blood Media. Be sure to support them all, even if it's just going out and sharing the TV guide and sharing people's things and going watching them and giving comments and yada yada. You know the drill. It seems like we're doing a good job. Thank you once again, Tweak and Tom from America Floats, for doing what you did to get us started in the realm of what can we call ourselves? Citizen journalists, I guess you could say, or something like that. You know, the people that actually make the news. All right. That's right, Team Christ. And of course, don't forget the Drunken Rocky show right after this. The White Pill Experience. You'll laugh, you'll cry, you'll shit yourself. And of course, you get to listen to some shitty music at the end. Once everybody gets all drunk. And of course, they do call it the Drunken Rocky show. That's the why thing. So, anyway, God bless you. God bless America. And as always, I wish you peace, love, health, and music. And until next time, AMF!